Guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Now, I told you in the previous video that today is Papa Bear's birthday. Don't forget to tell Papa Bear happy birthday in the comment section, okay? Now, so we're going to answer one of Papa Bear's questions because he asked this question and I've heard other people talking about this as well. So let's discuss this a little bit. He said he wanted to know why Aquarius forgive people who don't deserve it. Now, I have only one answer for this. Because Aquarius forgive people or start talking to them or take them back into their lives or keep messing with people who they probably shouldn't when they have a soft spot for that person. Two people can do the exact same thing to us, and one person we'll still roll with, and the other person we won't. It's based on how we felt about the person. If we have a soft spot for a person, they get away with a lot more shit than anybody else. They do. They get away with a lot more shit than anybody else. I told you guys I had a friend that was a Libra, female. She and I were friends for about 10 years. During the course of those 10 years, I stopped being her friend several times and allowed the friendship to reconnect. And every time I disconnected from the friendship, it was because she did some shady shit. But because I had a soft spot for her, I would eventually forgive her when she came back forward or something happened emotional or something like that. I had a soft spot and a connection with her. When an Aquarius has a connection with you, it's more difficult for us to let it go. It's not easy for us to create a connection with a person. First of all, we don't connect with everybody. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. Aquarius do not connect with everybody. And I mean, and that's true of every human being on the planet. Everything isn't for everybody. But Aquarius, we have a really hard time finding people we connect with. So when we do connect with somebody, we're very less likely, once we have a soft spot for them, is less likely that we're going to want to let them go. Even though we will if we have to, you know? But it's harder. It's a lot harder. It's more emotional and it's a lot more painful. And like I said, while we have a soft spot for a person, no matter who that person is, we will let them back in, and sometimes we will deal with their crap. But we're Aquarius. So at the end of the day, we're only going to put up with so much stuff from a person. You know, she gave me multiple reasons to disconnect from the relationship. In the very beginning, one of her friends told me that she was talking about me. She was talking smack about me to this friend, and the friend told me. Now, for anybody else, I would have just ghosted them. I never would have spoke to them again. Oh, you talking shit about me, bitch? For real? You know, let me fix my crown and move the fuck on, you know? But in this case, I was like, you know what, if she was talking about me, first of all, I didn't know what context it was in. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, which I normally don't give nobody, because I had a soft spot. You see, I put up with Voldemort. Why? Because I had a soft spot. Anybody else who had done a fraction of the stupid stuff that he did, I never would have spoke to them again. And it wouldn't have taken 2 years. It would have took like Voldemort didn't start doing fucked up shit immediately, but he did within that 2 years. So I'm going to think like maybe by the 6-month mark, he had done something that if it had been anybody else, I would have never spoke to them again. But I had a soft spot for him. I had connected with him. And that's what it is for Aquarius. If we have a soft spot and or a connection to a person, then we're less likely to just kick them to the curb. So we'll forgive those people. We may forgive those people repeatedly. Look at these cases, 2 years, 10 years. Even the other Libra that I was friends with, the male, he put me through so many changes, you know? And if it had been anybody else, I would have cut them off. I wouldn't have even dealt with the drama. He put me through so much drama, and I would give it right back. Like, you want to bring drama? I would give it right back. And I wouldn't have done that with anybody else. But I had a soft spot for him. I loved him so much. Those two Libras were my best friends at the same time. I used to call them my Libra balancing team because I had him and I had her. They were born, both of them, on October 4th on different years. And they were my best friends, and I went to them for everything, every conversation, every thought process. I was going through my spiritual evolution at that time. I was in priestess training, so they were like my grounding. They were like everything, you know. I depended on them so much emotionally. And you know, like I said, I had this extreme soft spot for them both. I was with him so much that people thought we were lovers. Literally, because we worked together and people thought we were lovers, and we were never lovers. I used to call him my cousin to like kind of like, you know, throw off the vibration to people who thought he was my lover, you know. But we were just always together, and the connection was so obvious. The energy was so obvious. We were very much connected, but it was never romantic. We never had a romantic relationship. Now, I believe that with either one of them, it could have been romantic. And I believe this because, again, the connection and the soft spot. If an Aquarius has a connection and a soft spot for you and a friendship with you, the crossover between love, of emotional friend love and romantic love, is not that hard of a leap. It's a very possible leap. And I think with both of them, it was potential there. But something always held me back. With him, it was because he was a man. And at that point in my life, I didn't want to be in a relationship with a man. That was the bottom line. With her, it was the fact that she has so many issues. She had so many issues. And I'm like, I got issues and you got more issues. So I didn't want to be in a long-term committed relationship. I wanted to be non-committal. Like, I'm here for you and I help you and we friends. But to me, taking it to that next level of being with her made her problems my problems. And I really wasn't ready for those problems that she had to be my problems. It was too many of them, to be honest with you. And I really just didn't want to deal with it. So I cared about her. I had a connection to her. You know, we were very close. We talked for hours every single day. I went and visited her every summer. You know, I loved her to death. But I didn't want her problems to be my problems. And for an Aquarius, if we're with you, your problems become our problems. We fight in these battles together. And I wasn't willing to fight the battles that she was fighting. I'm willing to sit on the sidelines and give commentary. Give, yo, from the sidelines, you know. Don't do that, you know. But I wasn't willing to be in the game, you know, making the calls and making the choices. So I never crossed over from friend to lover. Even though we teetered that line, you know, that line is always teetered with the Aquarius in these kinds of situations whenever applicable. So yeah, that is why Aquarius forgive people who don't deserve it. We have this soft spot, we have this connection. And honestly, those bonds can be broken. If this person keeps on doing things to the Aquarius, no matter how soft that spot is, no matter how connected we are, I still love both of them very much. But I don't call them, I don't talk to them, I don't take their calls, he doesn't try to reach out at all. He's still mad at me. So he doesn't try to reach out at all. I probably would take his phone call because I got things to say to him. But her, I just don't roll with. I just leave her alone. You know, I let her, you know, whatever. I just pray that she's okay and leave her alone. Because like I said, that connection was there. That soft spot is there. But she don't really have my best interest at heart. And I just had to accept that. You know, I had to accept that she wasn't capable of being loyal. That's the bottom line. And it wasn't like, because I do believe she cares about me. She's just not capable of being loyal. And I was talking about this about Libras before when I said they have a tendency to be two-faced, because they'll go along with who's ever in the room, you know. And they're not all of them, but a lot of them are not loyal. And they don't see it that way. They don't see it as betrayal. They feel like, well, I didn't mean it like that, you know. But You didn't mean it like that, but that's what it is. And in a future video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about Aquarius and loyalty. And the bottom line is that when we don't see it there, the relationship can't last. Because I trusted her less and less. When I first met her, I trusted her. I just like was an open book to her. And as time progressed, I started to not trust her, and I started to shut down. So the relationship was over, slowly but surely, it just fizzled out, even though the care and concern was still there. So that's why that happens. So basically, it's something that Aquarius have to get in check. You know, if you have a soft spot for someone, you have a connection with someone, Aquarius, they really have to go along with the same guidelines and rules as anybody else, how you would treat anybody else. Otherwise, you fall into these types of situations, like I said before. Repeatedly betrayed for over a decade. You know, but I think that all these things are life lessons. And I learned a lot from every situation. And every situation made me better and stronger. So, in that case, it's all good. All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody who is wondering the same thing, please pass this video on to them. If you would like to give me a love donation, I'll leave my PayPal. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the donations you've given me. If you would like to get a tarot or an oracle card reading, you can email me for an appointment. If you want me to answer a free general question, you can email it to me or leave it in the comment section under here. Let me see. And I will leave my Facebook information. I'm going to leave my Facebook in case you want to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want your own nifty crown, I will leave the link so you can buy one for yourself and be like me and sit on your couch with your crown and tell your loved ones what to do. Whatever works, right? See you later.